Hey guys, this is drummer 21208, part of Boiler Team here. This is contest entry for Caesar's common and rare deck. What I've done is basically built a stall burn. I took apart one of my Exodia decks and nurse burn, sort of combined the Exodia stall and draw power with the nurse backfield burn damage. So here's what we got. One Kuriboh. For in hand, this will stop some pesky attacks from, say, a pumped up Blackwing or such through Bora, so no piercing damage. Probably the best monster in the deck next, we have 3 Juju Masters. Speaks for itself. Bounce to the top of the deck, anything that attacks it. 2 Big Shield Gardnas. Only 2 because of its effect that makes it switch to attack mode. But still, for that 1 swing into a 26 defense, definitely good. Next up, we have 3 Stealth Birds. That one's a proxy bird. Flip, deal 1,000, flip it face back down. Do that all the time, 3,000 damage. Next up, Marshmellon. This is a proxy for the lower rarity version of itself. Speaks for itself, can't be destroyed by battle, 3,000 damage. Snowman Eater. Basically Man-Eater bug on crack, 1,900 defense. It's not a flip effect though, so that's a little slower when it comes to being able to get around it. But still, it's generally a free destruction. Spirit Reaper, again, can't be destroyed by battle, so good for stall. And last for monsters is Sangan. Usually use him to search out the Spirit Reaper or the Juju Master or whatever's going to help you most monster-wise. For the magics in the deck, we have 3 Magical Mallets. These are for when we have a hand of things we don't necessarily need too much, we don't have enough of our burn power, we have more monsters, or just not the right magic trap support. Go ahead and put back what you don't need, and go through the deck some more. These work especially well off of Reckless, which we'll get to later. Draw in through the Reckless, mallet out so you're continuing to move your hand around even when you can't draw. 2 Zombie Worlds. These are to stop mostly tributes and like Blackwing effects. So Sirocco, they could only be able to put him on the field via his own summon effect. They wouldn't be able to sack for him. And it'll stop Icarus attack because their monsters are no longer Wing Beast. So that that stops a lot of that. Next up, 3 Messenger of Peace. Those 2 are proxies. I can't find my 2 rare ones. I think I traded them. Can't remember. Messenger of Peace is just about the godliest stall card ever. 100 life points a turn, and everything 1,500 and higher can't attack. And last for magics is Level Limit Area B. Again, stalls with the messengers, the Area B, Gravity Bind, which we'll get to. They have to go through their Shroonades, MST, and Heavy pretty fast. If they get rid of one, generally speaking, we have something else to back it up and continue to stall. Traps in the deck, this is what the deck's mainly built around. For sort of an overall anti-meta feel, we've got 2 Skill Drains to stop things like Gale or Glad Beast or anything in a Twilight deck. Just about any meta deck Skill Drain can pretty much help you overcome a lot of, along with 2 Royal Oppressions. As you could tell by the monsters in here, there's no tuning, there's no special summoning of any kind. So Oppression has 0 negative effects to this deck and can only hurt your opponent. 3 Reckless Greed. Free draws. It's usually not the greatest idea to just launch them as soon as you set them, but hold on. Just stall until you know you're going to need the extra cards, then go ahead and launch it and continue to move cards around through your deck with the Magical Mallets. Here's where we're getting into where most of the damage in the deck comes from. We've got Magical Cylinder. Regardless of what you're playing, they go to swing with something, you stop it, they take the damage. Especially effectful against a pumped Blackwing. 2 Dimension Walls. Anytime they're going to attack you direct, say we don't have any monsters on the field, go ahead and make them take the damage. Again with pumped Blackwings, Blackwing players generally tend to pump up a Bora to swing through any defense for the piercing, so Dimension Wall is pretty godly there. Gravity Bind speaks for itself. 3 bad reaction to Simochi. This is where the Nurse Burn portion of the deck sort of kicks in. If you don't know what Simochi does, basically if your opponent were to gain life points, they lose it instead. That doesn't really make much sense until I get to the rest of the traps if you don't understand how Nurse Burn works. So I'll explain. 3 gift cards. Gift card, your opponent gains 3,000 life. Simochi on the field, they lose 3,000. Enough said, that's a lot of damage right there. There's over 9,000! Yes, I had to do it, sorry. And the last 2 cards in the deck are 2 Paths of Destiny. Both players flip a coin. If it's heads, they gain 2,000 life. If it's tails, they lose it. With Simochi on the field, your opponent loses the 2,000 regardless. We still, as the player of this deck, still has to flip though. That's why I only run 2 of them, because there is a chance that you could be losing it as well. This totals out to 41 cards of trap damage, magic stall, and you know, just delay. In the sidebar to this, there will be a link to a match that I just played out against the Blackwing deck and won 2 out of the 3. So hopefully this is good enough for you, Caesar. Thanks.